said, roll up, yeah, come get your love. I don't care when we're dancing tonight, just as long as you're there in the brink of the light. I said, roll up, yeah, come get your love.
Oh, how about this for a tough decision early on? Which direction they go here is going to say a lot about what... Boy, you talk about a talented player. This guy's one of the best around. Yeah, no surprise here. Anytime you can get your hands on a player of his caliber, I think you pretty well have to pull the trigger.
Save my soul. I can feel it coming, troubles in the air. Oh my Lord, the light is going down and the week is here.
Yeah, I think they got the best player there, and they got a guy that fills a big need, so that's an excellent choice. Some tough choices coming up right about now. Do you go after the best available player, or do you go after a position of need? Two words here: difference maker. That's what that big right there is.
Come on, shake it, baby, turn that around. I'm like,
oh my Lord, the light is going down and the week is here. Save my soul. I can feel it coming, troubles in the air. Oh my Lord, the light is going down and the week is here. Save my soul. Who's on with me?
What to do here? Build up the interior of your line, or get that skill player to add another weapon? Well, not too tough to see into the thought process of that pick.
Coast ballin', call your friends, the weekend's coming. I'm about to give you the rock, now pour. Give me one for the money, you the one for the night. You know you one in a million if you the one that I like. You got a lot of glad I knew you. I brought a ruler, I'ma use it, play the music louder. I gotta do it now. I got
Yeah, here's a spot where the fan base would be clamoring for a skill player. But do you listen to him, or go after someone who can help you up front?
I'm like, oh my Lord, the light is going down and the week is...
And I think that pick comes to the surprise of nobody. You had to figure they leaned that way if a player from that team became available.
The light is going down and the week is here. Save my soul. Who's on with me? Who's on with me?
And with time running short, you've got to hope some guys fall into your lap, or you could be left with some real holes on your roster. One Atlanta Falcon is gone already. There's a decent chance of a second coming right here.
I just wore it home, reading philosophy and gossip rags, spending my bottom dollar on my toes. I'm a pacifist who's never not been pacified. I'm a piece of... It's a point of pride. I'm the super rich complaining I want more in life. Cry, baby, cry, oh, cry, baby, cry, oh. I can't rush down in the winner's circle.
Both offensive and defensive options here. they might have to ask themselves which side of the ball needs more attention. Whoever's making the final decision here might have a coordinator in each ear. Do you go offense or defense? Still a few holes on this roster and not a lot of time left to do anything about it. And this is a big piece of the puzzle right here. Maybe a no-brainer, but a great pick regardless.
Don't make no difference. Rattling my replacement heart of gold. I'm coming back to join the cast of Carmen. I never sung a single song before. I don't really care where I stand in the winner's circle. Make room for a man from the middle with you. I don't even know how I got to the finish, but don't care, don't make no difference to me. I don't understand what you're saying, only kinda listen. Make room for a man on a mission with you. I don't even know how I got to the finish, but don't care, don't make no difference.
I bet you thought that I would lay down and die. Whoa, no. Demon fangs spitting in my cup all night long. Will your tongue at my throne of power? Oh, no. I never for a second thought that I was dead. Oh, no. I never for a second let you into my head. Oh no! I'll take a bow and I'll show you how to survive. I bet you die, you were the love of my life. Whoa, no! I bet you thought that I would lay down and die. Whoa, no!
Oh, a tough decision on their hands now. And this early on, it's one you can't afford to get wrong.
I bet you thought that I'd give up tonight. Oh no!
Boy, the skills just leap out at you with this guy. He will be a very important part of this ball club.
I'm going crazy to get out of this. Oh yeah! I'll take a bow and I'll
Boy, you talk about a friendly turn of the cards. This is a great round for these guys as they get themselves a dynamic player right here.
love my life. Whoa, no! I bet you thought that I would lay down and die. Whoa, no!
Definitely some options with this pick. Do you take a skill player here or get yourself some help up front?
I'll take a bow and I'll show you
In these middle rounds, you have to start asking yourself, do you settle for what's available now, or do you try and push your luck? And this team does have a lot of needs, but this guy is a legitimate star, and he'll make everyone around him better. This is a pretty telling pick here. Do you go for a big bruiser up front, or get yourself someone who could be a difference maker at a skill position? Yeah, maybe not the pick that's going to change this team's fortune, but he is an improvement over what they had.
Babe, show me what you like. Hey, I put money, I can match it for ya. I'm in this f***ing all white fit, looking like a brick and all them zippers on a jacket on ya. He got it.
Oh, no need to worry about this guy. Just plug him right into a starting role, and he'll be a massive upgrade.
I'm about to fill you up with status. Walk up with the click and I ain't looking like the side in this. I'm the opposite cause I'm the main event in boxing and it has the time been ticking. I've been out here playing my position. I'm about to get it now. Ain't no one about to block my hit cause someday I'm gonna want someone tell me I'm someone doing alright.
Now it's getting to the time of the draft where you really want to get lucky and hope somebody falls into your lap.
But not tonight though. Hey, I'm only here for a minute. Bet you want a girl that keeps.
It's the age-old question on draft day. What's the bigger need, offense or defense?
Tell your boys that you gon' meet them later on. Both of us are so taxi, leave the meter on. First time you out in Cali, never tried no strong, so you gon' have some stories to tell when you take it back. One time, Snowy always showed you what it's like. Leave you sleepy like the call the umpire. Get you out and get you rolling, get you gotta go. I got a flight up in the morning on someday, someone tell me I'm someone doing alright.
And now, which side of the football will they address here? Some interesting options either way.
But not tonight, though.
And now is where you need to make these last picks count. Time to fill any holes you can before it's too late.
Get it independent and he looking for no love. He trying to catch me in my feelings, but he don't know that I'm the he trying to stunt and give me drinks. I got the bottle in the section and I'm
Boy, it's finger crossing time now. With the end in sight and a few more holes to fill, you've got to be hoping that there's still a gem or two that becomes available. Boy, it's finger crossing time now. With the end in sight and a few more holes to fill, you've got to be hoping that there's still a gem or two that becomes available.
Show me my place. You are my shelter, baby. Let me feel your light.
Oh, did they get themselves a player here or what? And with that, you've just wrapped up putting together your very first draft champion squad. From here, you can modify your lineup if you'd like, or if you're ready to go, feel free to jump right into game number one.
This aching pain when you're away, like a
thank you. It is indeed time for a Draft Champions matchup and what is set to be a great Draft Champions matchup. In the booth, I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis, and these guys should have a huge impact on the outcome of this game. They're ready to roll. We're ready to roll. Let's roll. And it's the birth of a new club as we're underway in Draft Champions. This fielded at the 2. And they'll run it here. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
To throw is Elway, and the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. On 3rd down, Elway. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. And on display right there, the arm that made John Elway a lot of money.
And that's going to leave a mark, because when he throws it with that much force, one of the best arms the game has ever seen, one of the strongest ones, it does leave a mark. They actually called it the Elway cross, because you could see the imprint on a player after he caught one of those bullet passes.
Now Elway on first down. Caught here by Conley. It'll go as a gain of 12. And the Cowboys are going to get a first down.
That was a nice completion on an out route. And those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
Now Elway to throw. And he will find his man for the first time, Demaryius Thomas. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had to read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game. Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Here we go.
On 2nd down, Elway. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Chris Conley, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. 2nd and 10. Elway again. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head.
Looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, trying to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And the Buccaneers are going to have a 1st down. First, they'll throw with Elway. He's got time. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Elway. And he's going to complete this to the veteran, D'Angelo Williams. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a 1st down.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Time running out here on the play clock. Elway will throw. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Over.
2nd and 10, Elway. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Leonard Williams. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Now Elway on 3rd and long. He's got time in the pocket. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Throwing now, Elway on first down. Catch here, left side, Thomas. Room here to run. Demaryius Thomas. Touchdown, Cowboys. Demaryius Thomas, 67 yards. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. This will be taken in at the 1. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So out come the Bucs now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain could look like a disaster, but all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Elway to throw on second. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. 1:57 to go in this first half. We'll come back to San Diego after this timeout. On 1st and 10, Elway. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on and it's 2nd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot.
This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. 43 yards. No matter the age, John Elway can still throw the deep ball, can't he?
I think he could be 900 years old and still throw the deep ball. That's one of the best attributes of his game. Had to be hard for him to check it down because he had so much confidence in his arm. And when you make plays like that, you understand why.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Throwing again, it's Elway. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. It's the fullback. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. Condifon for the PAT. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
They completed the screen, but one of the things you worry about is can the quarterback get rid of the ball before he's actually tackled? So your offensive linemen have to hold up the rushers a little bit because you want to make sure you keep your guy's jersey clean throughout the game.
Now Elway on first down. Caught by Nelson left side. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Let's go. Green, 39. Green.
On first, they'll throw with Elway. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Elway to throw again. And Brate, the tight end's got it. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Again, it's Elway. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a first and goal. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Let's go. Green.
Elway looking to pass again. That's caught at the 1. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Demaryius Thomas in the final seconds of the first half. And now the Cowboys are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game. And he'll bang that one through. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we send you across the country to Orlando, standing by there, Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry, so both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the 3rd quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. On second down. Elway. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Now Elway on third and long. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. So here we go. Elway on 4th down. To the sideline, and a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Cameron Brate from 8 yards out, and the Cowboys have taken the lead. And he's such a talented tight end, just creates nightmarish-type matchups on the other side.
He's so good that when we say tight end, we're almost damning him with faint praise, aren't we? Because he can do it all. He's as good as any receiver in the NFL.
Well, that's the deal. He's a wide receiver, just in a bigger body.
Bigger body, a matchup nightmare, and who's going to cover him? When I sit in the film session, I just look at the coach and say, really? Really? You're going to yell at me? You go cover him.
On the return, here's Justin Gilbert. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And he's going to drop this off to Williams. Complete. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Let's go! 319! 319!
On 1st down, Elway. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. Oh, he's got some breathing room. There goes D'Angelo Williams. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. D'Angelo Williams, 58 yards. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here, he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And on the ground they go with a running back. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
4 yards remaining now on second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. Cuts back right. Cuts it out here, left sideline. There goes Green. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there. 71 yards. And the Cowboys have broken the tie. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue, landing. Blue, watching now, Barney.
Now Elway on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Leonard Williams in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On second down, Elway. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And we're back now in Mission Valley and San Diego. It's the Cowboys with a football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th. So the chains are on their sides. It's 1st and goal from the 6. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. An extra DB defensively here. Big stop needed on 3rd and goal.
He may be a blitzer.
And that is incomplete.
And that was a nice play. He knocked it away, but obviously you want the interception in this situation. You want to take away any chance that they have any decision to make on 4th down. But things happen so quickly in the end zone in this compressed area of the field that you're just happy to knock it away and not allow a touchdown.
And Scobie's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So a big one there as that gives them a little cushion.
And you know, here in the 4th quarter, the fact that they were able to bleed some time off the clock and put points on the board, even if it's only 3, that could turn out to be the drive that ultimately wins them the game.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. C.J. Fedorowicz, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. And you really can't pin that one on the quarterback, Charles. The O-line, they've got to protect that.
And they know it. That's their meal ticket. They want to take care of the big guy behind them. In this case, they let him down.
He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. A good pickup there. 26 yards. And captain comeback John Elway, Charles, he's trying to do it again here.
47 regular season comeback victories in his career. I think the stat that really leaps out at me, 12 times he did it in the playoffs. That's winning time.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
He got 29 yards that time. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
It takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver. And
he pulls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Bucs have made this a one-score game. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a one-score game in the fourth. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And now here come the Cowboys. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bad.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bad.
Super toe.
So second down, 3 yards to go now. They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. So the offense needing 4 yards. It's 3rd down. Throwing now is Elway. And this is going to be incomplete.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They come up in an offset eye. They're going on 4th. It's Elway. It's caught. Nelson. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Give him 16 yards on the play. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
Here we go. Green, let's go. Green, 39.
Oh, Elway's going to throw it. Buying time to his left. He's got the hook up with Conley. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on 3rd down. Now the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Here's Elway. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And now off to the races down the right side. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Back to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So 2nd and 10 here. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
And that one was knocked away, and I think the defender's going to be a little upset with themselves. They made the play on the football, but that one felt like a forced pass by the quarterback. Thought he had someone open. He really wasn't. Maybe an example of having too much confidence in his receiver that no matter...
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And Brate has it over the middle. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. With 2 seconds left in regulation, this to force overtime. And this doesn't get there. It's no good. They had to go for it, but their final effort here is going to come up short. So 3 points, the deciding margin, and the kick no good at the end that could have sent us to overtime. And while it was a decently long kick, you know, we've almost gotten to the point with these kickers these days. Anything inside 60, we just expect them to make it, but that was a tough pressure kick.
I love how you brought that up, though. That is so true, because the kickers have almost done themselves a disservice by being so good. Exactly right. And when they do miss it, I'm not sure we give enough gravity to the idea of, you know, that's a really long kick in a difficult situation, folks. Tough attempt, and he missed.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from San Diego.